everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do 3 gravesite mini wreaths, and I'm starting on a bracket on the outer 2 rings. This is an 8-inch wreath form from the Dollar Tree. They come in a 2-pack, and all I do is I start off with attaching a pipe cleaner on the 2 outer rings at each of the crossbars. And then staying with the 2 outer rings, I'll go ahead and add a pipe cleaner in between each of the crossbars. So that'll be a total of 6 pipe cleaners on the outer 2 rings. Then I'll move into the inner 2 rings, and I will place 4 pipe cleaners to give me a total of 10 pipe cleaners in all. Now once I have all those attached, I've got some 10-inch deco mesh that I cut at, I believe it was 20 inches. And I go ahead and I'm just doing the ruffle method where I fold down one end about 1/2 inch, and then I walk my fingers up to the other side, and making sure that the other side stays folded in 1/2 inch. I walk my fingers completely through and kind of make that little circle looking thing. And then I just go ahead and I attach it directly to one of the pipe cleaners. So I'll do it for each one of these pipe cleaners, so you'll have 10 pieces in all. So after I've got all those pieces of mesh in and, fluffed out, making it look good, I've got 2 different 1.5 inch wired ribbon. And I cut those at, I believe it was 12, I cut them at 12 inches. And then I just fold those in half and pinch them through the middle. And then I attach it to one of the pipe cleaners, and then I trim off the excess pipe cleaner, and I fold that excess, a little bit of extra piece of pipe cleaner, I fold it back into the mesh. And I'll do this for all of the pipe cleaners that we have. And so that'll be a total of 10 sets. Now, making these mini wreaths or graveside wreaths is very economical, and you can use, at least a 30 yeah, about a 30-foot 10-inch mesh. You can use one roll for 2 wreaths, and similar with the ribbons, you can actually make 2 or 3 of the wreaths with one roll each of the mesh. And while I do 2 1.5s, you're more than welcome to do a 2.5 and a 1.5. I think would look good, or you could even do 2.5 if you want, but I was trying to allow some of the mesh to show through. Now I got this beautiful rustic cross wreath from Temu, and it's aluminum, 8 inches, and it already had a couple of holes in them, and I just attached a floral wire through it, and then at the bottom I just added a cable mount and added a floral wire through there. That way I had 3 points where I could attach it to the wreath form. And then all I do here is kind of just make sure everything's tucked in nicely to where everything looks good. All the ribbons are out and fluffed out and spread evenly to be nice and full on the wreath. Now this one I kept very simple, but I do like the very rustic and elegant look to it. On to our second one. I did all of the wreath forms. I do the same with the 10 pipe cleaners on there. This one here is a little bit different. I got my mesh cut at 20 inches, and I'm doing the cruffle method, to where basically you curl 2 sides in a couple times, and then you do a ruffle method in the middle, where you kind of ruffle it together to make the 2 curl end sides come together. So here I have the same thing. I just have a couple of different 1-inch wired ribbon. And what I also do with mine is I don't dovetail the ends. I actually cut those at an angle. But if you want to cut yours at a dovetail, then that's absolutely fine. Do it the way that you want to make it look. So I have this sign from Temu. Actually, all the signs came from Temu, and these actually had 2 holes, one at the top and one at the bottom. And I thought this white church with the red cardinals was so beautiful. I knew I had to get that sign as soon as I saw it. And I just love the snowy look to it. Just the winter doesn't necessarily have to be for Christmas. And of course, the church, that beautiful white church, was just so pleasing to me. I guess I don't really know how else to explain it, but I just really loved how beautiful this sign was. So I attached the sign to the wreath. And then I had some of these greenery picks from the Dollar Tree that I want to say I'd got them last year or something. Anyways, I just cut them up into pieces and then I just add them around each of the pipe cleaners where I had attached the ribbon, and I just add one piece to each of those areas to make it look nice. And this is how this one turned out. I think it's turned out very beautiful. Okay, with our last wreath, I'm doing the ruffle method again, and so I'm just going to go ahead and let you watch. So here I am again with my two different 1.5-inch ribbons. As you can tell, I did use the green, white, and black one again. And I'm just going to go and add those in to each of the pipe cleaners, just as I did with the other two. Now, I did have a request from a friend of mine. She had actually purchased wreaths, small gravesite wreaths, years ago when I first started, and so it was really nice for her to ask me for another set. It was time to change them out, and so I will say that she loved all of them, and I feel that they all fit her personality and just matched up well, and I just know that her family is going to love them as well. I'm actually adding some greenery. This is a little bit different type of greenery. It is frosted. The other greenery was like the eucalyptic with a little bit of glitter, and these here are so pretty with the little frosted look. And that sign, just the fact that it says Christmas in Heaven and the whole look of the sign just makes me think about my brother and my dad who are in heaven and will be spending Christmas together up there, along with my husband and I's 3 dogs that have passed away over the past few years. And I know that they're all up in heaven having the time of their life, enjoying each other's company and watching over us. So I hope that my friend has the same feelings that I do with her loved ones as I do with mine. So we're close to the end, but I did want to say thank you guys so very much for joining me, and I hope that you guys have a very blessed week.